Scammers are selling land they don't own. Fast, cheap, and entirely fake. If a deal feels like it was priced by a raccoon with a calculator, pause. This is the seller impersonation wave, and it's hitting vacant land and second homes the hardest. Let's keep your money where it belongs, with you. This video will fill you in on everything you need to know, so let's get to it. I'm Karrie Hill, lawyer-turned-Realtor, 30-year Marin local, and the person who helps you buy or sell here with your sanity and bank account intact. My information is in the description below. What this scam is. So this is how the scam happens. Criminals pretend to be an owner of a vacant lot or a paid-off home. They use an unknowing real estate agent to make this all happen. And by the way, California's real estate regulator has seen a sharp rise in these cases, so you need to know how it works and what to watch out for. How the scam usually plays out. Criminals find the perfect target empty home or vacant land in public records. They want one with no mortgage. Why do they want those things? Fewer eyes keeping track of the property. The scammer then contacts a real estate agent and pretends to be the owner of the target property, and they say they want to sell it. The scammer then says they want to list the property below market price to get fast offers, and they have some story about how they need the money fast. The scammer makes it clear to the agent that they want a cash buyer and a lightning fast close. The scammer avoids any live ID check, so they don't make any in-person meeting. They dodge video calls. Perhaps they claim to be abroad, or they make up some other excuse to avoid being seen. Once the sale gets going, the scammer insists on using their notary for all the important documents. You got it. The sale closes and the money is wired to their bank account. Too often, the fake sale isn't caught until after the documents hit the county recorder. So the property never transfers ownership to the new buyer because the deed is forged. But who takes the hit? The buyer. They lose the purchase money if it already went to the scammer. They lose closing costs, inspections, escrow, title, fees, everything they put in. And they must fight to unwind the recording and try to get their money back. If they bought owner's title insurance, the insurer might actually fund the legal fight and or cover the loss. If they skipped it or didn't really know exactly what they were getting, then they're exposed. The real owner, they don't lose the property, but they do get a mess. The title is clouded by the fake deed and can't be sold or refinanced until it's cleared. There's time and stress, police reports, affidavits of forgery, possibly a quiet title lawsuit. Nobody wants this stuff. Then there's also potential hassles with taxes, HOA notices, or strangers poking around on their land. Agents, escrows, and notary. Well, they had their investigations, insurance claims, reputational damage, and if procedures weren't followed, possible liability. By the way, if you're getting any value out of my no-fluff approach, hit that subscribe to motivate me to keep videos flowing. Red flags you should not ignore. Here's a list of red flags for both buyers and real estate agents. Consider it a red flag if the price is oddly low. The seller says no sign on the property to the agent and the buyer doesn't see a sign. The seller says cash only, quick close to the agent, and the buyer may know that only cash will do because the agent might have told them that. And they might have thought, cool, there won't be any other buyers, but The seller won't meet live or in video because they claim to be out of the state or the country to the agent. The buyer only learns if this is the case by asking their agent to ask the listing agent about the seller's status. And the listing agent can't even share that information unless the scammer agreed to it. So buyers mostly won't know this. The seller pushes their notary. And of course, when a few of these red flags show up together, the risk spikes. How buyers protect themselves. If you're buying, know the red flags we just discussed. And if you're somehow buying property outside of using an agent and regular escrow, do a live ID check before you sign a contract. Do it in person or secure a video. No video? No in person? No deal. Loop in a trusted local title company early. Let them arrange the notary and don't accept a seller-provided notary. Always confirm wire details yourself. Call the title company using a phone number you looked up, not one that somebody texted you or showed up in your email, and confirm the account information. And frankly, you need to do that with legit sales too, to make sure another kind of scammer didn't get between you and escrow. A whole other scam, but very common. Be extra skeptical of a steal of a deal, vacant land, or second home. That's exactly what scammers usually target the most. Make sure your insurance covers any scams. Right, read the small print. Trust your intuition. If you're mid-transaction and something feels off, pause the process. Call your title officer using a number you find yourself. Ask, how did you verify the seller's identity? If the answer is fuzzy or defensive, go deeper. Call the broker in charge or the state real estate licensing board, or even potentially the police. How owners protect themselves. Turn on property fraud alerts. Many counties offer free recording alerts. If anything gets recorded against your property, then if you're on one of those alerts, you get an email or a text. So sign up for that if you're in one of those counties. And if there are no alerts where you live, set a Google alert for your exact address and parcel number. When the property is listed for sale, you should be alerted. Actually, I would do that even if your county does offer the alerts, because it's much better for you to know before any transaction happens than after. Also, make sure the assessor recorder has your correct mailing address. That is where they send the notices if something changes on your title. Put eyes on the property. Put cameras on your property and keep track of unusual activity. Ask a neighbor or a local friend to text you if a for sale sign shows up or they see people coming and going on the property. Zillow Redfin alerts. Claim your property on Zillow Redfin to get the status change alerts. Bottom line, when the scam takes place, the property isn't actually sold. The sale is a legal mirage. The buyer usually takes the monetary punch unless insurance protects them and the true owner keeps their property but inherits a paperwork headache to clear the record. Hope this was helpful. If you're checking out homes for sale in Marin or debating whether it's time to sell, or you want a realtor suggestion somewhere else in the United States, check out the links below and there should be some recommendations above me right now. Thank you for watching and have a great day.